All right, so before we get started, I just want to address it like this to all of the, the normals, right, that want to always critique me and have a problem with the content that I do. Please make sure you take issue with this video and make sure that you're actually active, right, on social media and making sure to uplift this black woman, to donate to this black woman, um, and to speak for her, right, and to get her voice directly out here because I feel that it's not really being heard, right? Because you guys mostly want to focus on clearly other stuff, while things like this, as I've stated before, get to slide by when realistically it shouldn't slide by. So if you're saying all this time in my comment section that you really care about black women, make sure you actually do and show that by sitting up there pushing this story, right? Or the article, whatever you want, however you want to sit up there and do it. But make sure this information gets to your quote unquote favorite person that you like to watch.
New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
So this is a learning curve for you? Putting guns to an innocent person back, that's a learning curve.
I'm not saying that, I'm just saying, I said every call, there's something to learn.
That's a learning curve. You put guns to my back. That's a learning curve for you? That's a learning curve. You put guns to my back. That's a learning curve. I could have died. And that's a fucking learning curve for you? A learning curve.
Yeah, calm down, baby.
A learning curve? Really? A learning curve? A learning curve?
You got to calm down.
That's a learning curve.
You got to calm
They
down.
put guns to my back.
Okay.
That's a learning curve?
Okay. Calm
A learning curve? Really? A learning curve? A learning, this is my life. And you want to talk about your fucking education? A learning curve? Why are you wiping the surveillance video?
Ma'am, I can't elaborate on our investigation.
Why are you wiping the surveillance video?
Watch it. We're not allowed to wipe.
I just heard you say until you finish wiping the surveillance video.
You misheard. Hey, the female that came out of 225 was wanting a
What's your best contact?
They had guns to my fucking back, y'all.
Miss Marie stated, I have mistaken identity, aka all black people look alike. Arlington PD was in search of a male suspect and drew weapons on my back, execution style, and addressed it as a learning curve. Didn't ask any questions or check any cameras, just drew weapons on my back, then detained me, all while trying to intimidate and coerce me. Suspect is still unknown and on the loose. Did I mention he was a man and they have him on camera? She later stated, I was in shock. I didn't have much time to fully process the situation. And when my life was possibly ending as a learning curve, it was at that moment that it registered. It clicked that I'm nothing but an experiment to these people. That hurt, that cut me deep. Just want to make a small correction before I continue on with the video. You'll see the GoFundMe, directly in front of you. Her last name is Miss Shanks. I was going by Marie because that was the name that, I saw directly on TikTok. So you were able to witness at least the aftermath of Miss Shanks and what she had to go through, right? And you were able to see how the police were trying to excuse away, right, what specifically took place, which is ridiculous. At the fact that you're stating that, oh, well, we got a call for a man, but, you're a black woman
and you're in the vicinity and we received the call, we really don't have the suspect, so we're just going to go for anybody at this moment. So, you basically fit because you're black, nothing much else, even though we're looking for a man, we know that you're a black woman, but we're just going to go with it anyway to make it seem like we're actually doing our job, our due diligence, and what we're supposed to be doing. So it's going to be protocol as usual. We're going to, talk to you very angrily, forcefully. We're going to more than likely try to handcuff you. We're going to pull out our weapons, and then we're going to proceed to talk to you, and potentially try to coerce you or try to get you to admit some things that have nothing to do with what it is that we even had the call for. So that's pretty much what it is at this moment in time. And a person on Twitter by the name of Imposter stated this: how is it that a young black woman ends up being held at weapon point when Arlington PD was in search of a man? Not only did that happen to Miss Shanks, but after the fact, they wiped the footage of the encounter from the security system to cover their mistake. Number two, not only did they erase the footage from the security system, but they dismissed the encounter as a learning curve. That sounds like they are saying if you're black in the United States, better get used to it. I happen to cover stories like this. If anybody actually has a GoFundMe listed, I happen to put that up so that people can donate to a good cause, so that people like Miss Shanks can get the help that they need. Hopefully, somebody out there, if they actually know of a lawyer, maybe in the family, maybe in the area, that could potentially take up her case, please do so, because at no point in time should this have ever taken place. They knew exactly what they did was wrong, but yet they still decided to commit to it, and then they wanted to excuse it away. And I promise you, once this starts to get viral, her story, and the police chief or whoever, they start to get on the news and do their normal la la la, they're going to excuse it away. They're going to list their apologies, and that's it. And they're going to basically excuse the officers and say that, pretty much nothing happened. Everybody is safe and sound, but they apologize and they're going to move on to the next thing. Like I stated before, at the end of the day, this is America. The other thing that I'll also state as well, um, and this is not to, get down on her, but just stating this in general. Whenever these things basically take place, I would tell black people to try as much as you can to hold your composure, because I feel as though a lot of the times when they do these things, they're looking for a type of justification and reasoning for why it is that they did what they did. Meaning that if we get too overly emotional, where they can try to fit into a scenario to try to say that, oh, you were in a bladed stance, it looked like you were going to try to fight, oh, it looked like you were very aggressive, I felt threatened, right? Where they can use those words, I felt threatened, I felt that my life was in danger, I had to defend myself and see, when it gets to that point where the emotions will start to get involved, that's when they'll start trying to work on that justification. Like I stated before, in the one of the previous comments that a Twitter user wrote, they said that the officers came into that area and they basically erased what took place off of the tapes, off of the hard drive. So therefore, if at any point in time, a lawsuit does occur, there's really not going to be any evidence of it. It's going to be more so a they versus her, type of deal. And that's not even to mention, even if they might have had body cameras on the rest of the officers, or even if those body cameras are even on at this moment in time, because we all know what the police like to do. Whenever incidences like this take place, the police are like, okay, well, it's going to take us about 6 months to a year to, get the footage directly out to you. Why would it take 6 months to a year, right, for you to get footage of an incident that more than likely took less than 30 minutes? What would you realistically need to do
or have to have done to that video footage that it would take you a whole entire year just to edit it in such a way that it can be perceived as she's the problem, you guys were doing your job, and that nothing at all really took place, and it's just quote unquote an overreaction by her in the black community and such and such and such that's trying to represent her, right? But like I said, these are the games that the cops like to play. And then the other thing that I'm also going to touch on is pay very close attention to the woman that is the one explaining this away. The woman that decided to do this, pay very close attention. And I'm going to say this again, black women, at the end of the day, you've decided at certain points in times to side with certain individuals on a variety of different issues. And this is exactly what this has come to. You have these individuals coming directly at you in an aggressive manner, not caring and excusing away the actions that they committed against you. So like I said, black women also use this as a case example of those individuals and the lengths that they are willing to go to in order to show their submission, right, to the certain types of men, right, that are out here that are running these organizations and different things of that nature. Notice what they are willing to do to you in order to get that money, in order to get that paycheck at the end of the day. They're willing to do anything possible, even if it means potentially taking your life. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.